Okay, so let's start from the basics. Could you explain us what does exactly SEOmoz do?
Hi, I'm Gillian Muessig, and I'm the president and co-founder at SEOmoz. SEOmoz is now the world's largest provider of search marketing applications. We have a platform that helps search marketers do their work faster, more efficiently, and more reliably.
Okay, you're in Poland for the very first time, I guess.
Yes, and it's really wonderful to be here.
Could you tell me something about differences between local Polish market and US market, or maybe Asian markets?
Yes, I would say that the entire Central European market is already come of age, if you will. It means that the black hats who show up first have been here certainly entrenched, but that the white hat market, the larger commercial market, is now beginning to pay attention to SEO in a very large way. It's not just about making an ad spend for PPC in the traditional ad agencies. Search marketing companies are beginning to separate themselves, differentiate themselves, and establish a large platform of information about search marketing here. So I would say that it's a few years behind the United States in terms of commercial adoption, but not at all behind the United States in terms of knowledge and capability. Those companies who are already here are equivalent to those in the global platform, and that's very exciting.
SEO is still a new thing for us, right? I bet there's a lot of myths and legends about it. Could you tell us something more?
I think that many people in the commercial sector, people who run companies or are CMOs, CFOs and so on, think of SEO as only black hat. And perhaps that's more intense here in Poland and throughout Central Europe because so many black hats are operating here. But it happens everywhere in the world. They think of it as sleight of hand and slimy, and you shouldn't be doing that, and if you just make a page, it will just show up, it'll be okay. But in truth, you need SEO. It means search engine optimization. It does not mean scamming something. It means enabling the search bots, which are simply ones and zeros, little applications themselves, that run around the web trying to find pages, determine what they're about, index them, so file them away, and then produce them when somebody's looking for a particular service. They do that kind of work. Your work as an SEO is to make sure that they're able to do it easily, and do it quickly and efficiently. I think that is the message that has to be spread, and this myth that it's just about sleight of hand has to go away.
Is there any kind of tip that you would give a newbie in the industry?
Yes. First, the industry is huge. There's space enough for everybody. I would carve a specific niche. SEO is no longer about just SEO and a couple of keywords here or there or a meta tag or whatever. I would read a lot. Certainly at SEOmoz, I know it's a shameless plug, but we have huge amounts of free information. It's a good place to start. Look for other places with free information. Search Engine Watch, Search Engine Land, many other places where you can find local information about SEO. First of all, read. Secondly, choose some kind of a niche and decide, I'm going to be incredibly good at that. Think like Seth Godin talks about, be the best in the world at something. Don't be a jack of all trades.
Let's talk a little bit about the future. Can you foresee how the industry will look in about 5 to 10 years?
I think very little as it looks today. I spoke today at the SEMstandard. It was a great honor. I talked about the beginning of search, and that if you think that the end of search is putting 1 to 11 words into a little box at the top of the page and coming up with millions of results, then you're sadly mistaken. I think that in the coming years, 5 or 10 years, that future is almost unimaginable as the beginning of search was 5 or 10 years ago. What we see coming down the pike, maybe in a shorter distance, would be the emergence of the mobile platform. It's really about multiple platforms. We have televisions that take up the entire size of the wall of our homes, like Fahrenheit 451, right? They're looking at us. So they're huge. And at the same time, we have iPhones and even smaller, providing full web experience and everything in between, from iPads to Kindles to all kinds of other devices that do utilize the web in different ways, in different targeted sectors. I think we're going to see a burgeoning of that market. and then a restructuring of that market to become smaller as people determine which size of screen really works for them most frequently. I think we will see a significant increase in adoption throughout every continent on the planet. I believe that and that means adoption of these web-enabled mobile devices. I think we will see a decrease in the use of CPUs in an office. These big box machines that sit there and connect to a monitor will probably disappear as we begin to plug in anything from our laptops to our cell phones even into that monitor and just truck around all of our information. I believe that mobile commerce is going to become a standard platform. I see a lot of players there now. Google just announced that it's getting involved with MasterCard, Visa, and the folks who put those terminals on the desktops or countertops at checkout counters. You'll be able to either tap and go or just swipe your phone by it. Certainly in Asia, they're much more advanced than we are already in Europe or in the States, but that will become a standardized platform within the next decade.
What are the current most important trends in SEM?
SEM. I think the focus on content. Certainly things like low-value links have been tremendously devalued, but so has low-value content. We saw in the Panda or Farmer update that these farms of content, not just link farms, have been hit and hit hard. Google is taking a harder look or a deeper look with more power than they had available to them in terms of the depth of the algorithm and the rich knowledge they have about artificial intelligence, about how we as humans think and converse, so that they can determine what's really just scraped and mashed up information, what's low value information, what is that larger and richer topic around it. So things like LDA, latent Dirichlet allocation, or topic modeling is becoming ever more important, and I see that people should be concentrating deeply on content. The second big piece is reputation management. As kind of every company in the real commerce space becomes also web engaged, reputation management online will become a major issue for every player.
I heard you talking a lot about social, local, and mobile mix.
Yes.
What does that refer to?
I call it the power triumvirate of 2010. It merged during that year and has come to full fruition here in 2011. It means that the social engagement we have on our cell phones is increasing dramatically, and as you leverage that as local marketing, you can do things like get people together to gather at your pub or your restaurant, or attend an event, or go do bicycling together, or whatever it is. So offline conversion, activity, sale, etc., with online via mobile device marketing is becoming intensely valuable. If you have something you want to get across to somebody, whether it's an event engagement so that you want them to all show up at the town square and have a party, or you want them to come to your restaurant at 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. on a Tuesday afternoon, so on, after work and before dinner. You can do these kinds of things literally as people pass by your shop. That kind of hyper-targeted local marketing makes a very powerful impact in instant conversions. You, your friends, all gather, you find each other, and you do stuff together. That's increasing dramatically.
Can you foresee how SEM will grow in Poland in 2011?
Yes, I think that the market is already differentiating itself into the prime players. I mentioned already from the stage, for example, that BlueRank has kind of established itself as the premier search marketing company within Central Europe, not just in Poland. It isn't just the length of experience or time in the field, but it is the attention to detail, the rigor of the training of the staff, and the engagement in the international conferences that makes a difference there. As a result, we're going to see a wedding cake tiered layer of folks who are engaged in the marketplace. In 2011, we're going to see, a single company, if you will, take the lead. Then there'll be a group of companies behind it that will manage the next layer of commerce, and a huge platform below of individual players or very small companies managing the SMB market. So it will match the size of companies that exist today. What I see in Poland is the maturation of that marketplace right now.
And as SEOmoz, do you plan to show on a Polish market?
Do we plan to, I'm sorry.
Show up on the Polish market?
To have an office here? I think not, but we are trying to identify, and that's what my job is, kind of, to identify the best and the brightest throughout the world in each country so that we are able to make sure that the services we offer, both paid and unpaid, are available to the entire market. That's what I'm doing here now, making sure that I get in touch with the attendees of the SEMstandard, for example. People who show up at this conference are those folks who are already at the leading edge. Every single person in that room is at the leading edge of their industry. The rest are still at home. They're still at their offices, they're still working. But these guys are learning the cutting edge techniques, and these are the folks that we would like to make sure have access both to our free and our paid services. So in that way, we're showing up in the Polish market by engaging with companies here, engaging in kind of joint activities, but not necessarily joint venture.
So what are your main goals thinking globally?
Thinking globally. At this point, we're happy to have kind of a very large global brand, but we're looking at a larger platform now. We have Linkscape. We have this concept of inbound marketing, which says it's beyond the stage of just SEO. We look at all of this, the activities that one has to engage in online in order to accomplish what we would call either inbound or cloud marketing. That includes the social space. And so somebody just asked me recently, will we be including social metrics into our platform? The answer is yes. In the next few months, that's what we're looking at, including the social statistics and metrics into the Moz platform for managing your organic search.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.